Governor Quinn is getting ready to sign a bill into law that legislators claim will help farmers sell their products across county lines. When asked tonight, Speaker Madigan avoided saying whether or not there would be a push for the tax increase. His counterpart, Senate President John Cullerton, said that there will be a need for more revenue sources, but he did not specify what those sources would be. This organization gives local children the opportunity to work with animals for free. Now, their gift was 35 riding boots. This is just a pile of dirt now, but local businessmen believe that this is a prime location to bring new business into Springfield. If this legislation passes, truck drivers will be able to get more rest, but it will extend their trips by days, resulting in later delivery times. Here in Lincoln, 4 business organizations are coming together, and we talked to businesses like this one behind me, and they're not too sure about this big change. Not long ago, after one horse and several chickens died, the owners of this residence were under investigation for animal neglect. It's been a whirlwind of activity here at the Capitol today, with both chambers passing dozens of pieces of legislation. The biggest, of course, is next year's budget. Now, it's the third day of Comm Week, and 3 sessions have already occurred, and 1 is underway. But if the interview has got you a little worried when it comes to getting a job, you may want to hurry and make it to this panel session that is happening right now. When it warms up, Springfield's farmers market will set up right here. Right now, county health departments set the rules for farmers markets across the state. So that means that they can vary from county to county. Here in Illinois, it costs vendors anywhere from $25 to $250 to sell their goods at local farmers markets. It all depends on the county.
If we cannot afford it, we cannot do it. We do something else.
Because there are more than 100 health departments in Illinois making the rules, vendors say it's difficult to sell their products in multiple counties.
Actually has been issues in almost all states because this is a national phenomenon where people are looking for more sustainable approaches to diet and locally grown foods.
Take meat, for example. Some markets in the state require it to be frozen, while others allow it to be sold fresh. Lawmakers, health departments, and agricultural groups want to set standards and regulations that line up with the Illinois Department of Public Health's rules.
And then it's also going to make it a lot easier for farmers market managers to have sustainable farms or sustainable farmers markets, because they're going to be able to have more and more vendors at their markets and more consumers coming to their markets.
By providing more healthy food options, lawmakers think this will help fight illnesses like diabetes, which is growing rapidly across the state. In Springfield, Christa Shavers, News Channel 9 on Fox, Illinois. Kid Ink is an up-and-coming artist who has worked with some big names.
I have records with Tyga, 2 Chainz, and Meek Mill, and Schoolboy Q, and all kind of artists. I've done a lot of records. I've been working a lot, you know.
Kid Ink made a special visit to Bloomington to show his college fans some love.
Bloomington, man, I had to come show some support to this, the school got me out here. I saw the, kids from the school.
ISU students are inspired by Kid Ink's lyrics.
Kids tell me that just my songs have got them, I just want it all, got me through my finals, and, it's just, I know that I got to hit the colleges and show some support back. And
If you like, you can check out Kid Ink's new single on iTunes featuring Meek Mill and Wale. For 10 on 10, I'm Christa Shavers. State Senator Sam McCann speaking about this week's decision not to run for governor as an independent. The Republican from Carlinville first drew speculation when he didn't vote in March's primary. Candidates for governor cannot vote in Illinois' primaries. McCann tells us he did it as an insurance policy in case he chose to run. He tells News Channel 20 he made the decision not to run a while back. McCann says he realized he didn't have enough time to collect the needed signatures to get onto November's ballot. The Republican says he believes Bruce Rauner could use more help from downstate in his bid for governor.
Mr. Rauner needs to sell himself to my constituents, and if he does that, if he sells himself to downstaters, then he'll get their vote. If he doesn't, he probably won't, regardless of whether I or anyone else works for him.
McCann didn't say whether he would help Rauner himself. The Republican did say it would be a stretch to vote for Governor Quinn, a Democrat, in November. 4 Christian County men reaching a big milestone in their lives today. All 4 now graduates of Christian County's Drug Court. It's an intense supervised program that helps people with substance abuse problems. It includes being tested several times a week, along with weekly counseling meetings. The program does cost taxpayers about $6,000 per person. Organizers say it's worth it, though, because 3 of 4 who complete the program do not relapse. meaning taxpayers are saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in the legal system.
The bigger story for me is just seeing the individuals and the lives that change. You start to see people getting back self-confidence and self-esteem, and they get employed and they re-establish the contacts with their families that oftentimes have been, pretty damaged.
The program is voluntary and is only for nonviolent drug offenders. The program recently expanded to include mental health court along with a veterans treatment program. A nation under siege, militant fighters have taken over much of northern Iraq in response to requests by the country's prime minister. The Pentagon is shifting its resources to prepare for a possible intervention. Fighters from the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, or ISIS, have swiftly made their way through northern Iraq, taking control of a vast swath of territory, and now threatening the capital of Baghdad. Today, Pentagon officials said that the George H.W. Bush aircraft carrier will move into the Persian Gulf. The shift will put fighter jets in place if airstrikes are ordered. President Obama said combat troops will not be used, but that he's reviewing other options to step in. He added that it's up to the Iraqi government to solve their problems.
So this should be a wake-up call. Iraq's leaders have to demonstrate a willingness to make hard decisions and compromises on behalf of the Iraqi people in order to bring the country together. In that effort, they will have the support of the United States and our friends and our allies.
The U.S. spent upwards of $1 trillion in Iraq between 2003 and 2011. Nearly 4,500 American service members died there, and more than 30,000 were wounded. Republicans like Senator John McCain are blasting the White House, saying the decision to withdraw troops from Iraq happened too early.